Hi, it's Ronnie. Welcome to Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, round 7. And Instagram, it's hashtag 30DSCBL7. And this is a sketch we're going to be using today. Cute sketch. I like it a lot. And yeah, I'm going to stick pretty close to it. Probably more than any of them lately. Some I did better than others. This is a picture of my nephew, Ricky, and it is portrait style, so I'm one up right there. And the paper I'm using I got from HSN one time. It was like a kit set of stuff. Loved the papers. Didn't love the embellishments. They were felt. And so you put liquid glue all over them, and well, they didn't always stick. And then they looked lumpy. You put more glue, the lumpier it looked. So I told myself I'd try to use some. I never talked myself into putting any on this layout. Just so y'all know, none of the felt goes on the layout. I work all the way around that, but I don't manage to use all the paper. But I feel good using scraps and making a whole layout out of scraps. That orange, it's almost a red. If you look in at the right light, it looks red, but the playground equipment that's on there is red, so you can tell it's more of an orange than a red by just looking at the comparison. I wanted another piece down at the bottom and didn't have another piece, so I am going to go ahead and use a piece that will have a star punched out of it and cover it up. So there will be a cluster on my left because I wanted my little triangles to go the same way they were on the top, and I wasn't thinking ahead. And so, yeah, it's going to have a cluster on the left just so I can cover up that empty spot. There's a teeny tiny bit that still shows, but I think it's all right. But I wanted enough at the bottom to show to, so it wouldn't look like I went all the way to the bottom. And here that word wow, I wanted to make sure I used it. Because if y'all look at the picture, Ricky's on one of those stand-up teeter-totters. And I was taking pictures of the kids. I took him, he's my nephew, but he's the same age as my grandkids. He's like 2 weeks older than my granddaughters. And I had my grandson and him and the girls with me. And I took them to the park that day. And it was just purely accident that I got this picture. I was taking these pictures to start with. I snapped. I did not know till after all the excitement was over that I did get a picture of him in the position that he's in. Kyler stepped off the stand-up teeter-totter, and y'all know what happens then. Well, he did a skin the cat kind of sort of thing and flipped over backwards. And if you look at the picture, his head is only like an inch from the ground, and he was hanging on for dear life. I had to go over and help him so he wouldn't still go head first down there on the ground. But yeah, it's just one of those lifetime pictures that you never thought you'd ever get one of. Well, I may have had 3 in my lifetime that I was really thrilled to have. And the other 2, I think, were baseball ones where the ball was actually in the air. But yeah, this was a pretty good picture. And I'm making Ricky a scrapbook. He told me a long time ago he'd like to have one. I gave him one of those books like you buy at Walgreens where the pictures are put in digitally of that day. I believe it was that day. It was either that day or a different day. So that picture would be in there if it was that day. I can't remember which one it was. But he said that he'd like a real scrapbook someday. He was really tickled with it, but he said the next time he wanted a real scrapbook. So I thought I would go ahead and make him one. And I thought he would like this one in there. He'd love this picture in here. I would. Yeah, for one thing, it's a cute picture. And 2, he survived a close call. But yeah, so I wanted the wow in there just because that would have been what I would have said if I hadn't been so scared. I mean, it happened so quick. It was unreal. I did put foam tape between the red and the green. I'm going to cut it out so y'all don't have to watch me put foam tape on there. Because I had to cut little skinny pieces, and y'all know that takes a while and is boring. So, yeah, I cut it out. But it does have foam tape between there. And I went ahead and put twine on there. But you're not going to be able to see no twine at the end because it's going to be underneath the photo. I couldn't figure out how I wanted it to lay because I wanted it to show up as wow and not, mom, by tipping it the other way. And so I finally decided to just go straight across with it. I wanted to use that circle with the star. And the first banner I put down there was blue, and it was from this kit. At least I'm assuming it was. It felt like the same kind of paper and stuff. But it didn't match this, so I went ahead and put it to the side and used the orange instead. And, I'm going to do my title now. And yes, it's going to be a long one. I couldn't resist. It says life lesson taught in kindergarten, then a colon. A good teeter-totter partner is important. Now, I didn't even think about that being a teeter-totter since it was standing up. But usually on the ones they sit down on, I kind of give them a little lecture beforehand to not get off, because usually they're smaller kids too, not to get off unless the other one was ready and then get off at the same time. I didn't do that for this one. I didn't even think about it. But then I made sure they knew not to do it the rest of the day because that was a scary moment. I thought about using the navy blue letters from that collection, The Happy Life, but then I decided to go ahead and use the white. And once I used the white, I thought, man, I need some more white on this page. That's like a big chunk of white in one spot. So I went ahead and cut out, well, it's a gear die. I've had it a long time and I hardly ever use it. I don't know why. I think it's awful cute. But I cut it out thinking, a teeter-totter's got to work a certain way for it to work right. So I was thinking of gears, but teeter-totters I don't think have gears. And I cut it in half so I'd have white up there. And then there was offcuts from it, so I put them down at the bottom. And I used a little teeny tiny scrap to make one more little gear down there because I wanted 3 instead of 1. But that's it. Once enamel dots get on here, that's it. So I better tell you about the links down there below. There will be Christy's link, and it will be to her Facebook group, 30 Days of Sketches, and you can use the same sketch and post your layout in there. And then there will be Christina's link for Redefined Creative, where she does lives every day from using the same sketch. And then there'll be loads, oodles, bunches of other links down there. And I know I've seen a lot of videos the last couple of days, so everybody's trying to get in on at the end. Some are behind and catching up even. I don't know how they can catch up. I mean, once you're behind, I don't think I could anyway, but there's that picture. Isn't he cute? I mean, he's hanging on for dear life. But yeah, he's afraid to let go. He didn't realize how close he was to the ground, or he might not have cared. But yeah, that's it. That's my layout. And if you leave a comment below, I'll get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you who already are, thank you so much. But I hope you all have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Try out the sketch. Have fun. Bye.